Hello guys, welcome. This is Fast Track Learning Academy. These are cell cycle phases. First of all, we will discuss about cell cycle. The cell cycle is a series of events by which a cell grows, it replicates its DNA and divides into two daughter cells. It comprises of two phases, interphase, which is non-apparent division, and mitotic phase, which is the period of division. In interphase, it is subdivided into three phases: G1 phase when the cell prepares to synthesize DNA, S phase when DNA is replicated, and G2 phase when the cell prepares for the mitotic event. G1. During G1, the cell begins synthesizing the molecules it will need to become two separate cells. So here synthesis will take place. Also, G1 is the period of extensive metabolic activity. Why it's the period of extensive metabolic activity? Because the cell is preparing for the process of DNA replication and division. During G1, it needs to increase in size to accommodate the upcoming DNA replication and eventual division into two daughter cells. This requires the synthesis of various cellular components like proteins, organelles, and membranes. Specific enzymes are synthesized like DNA polymerase form new copies of DNA, and DNA base units are accumulated for DNA synthesis here. Here we can see different phases like G1 phase, G0 phase, S phase, G2 phase, and also the M phase. We have already discussed G1 phase. From G1 phase, cell sometimes not enter in S phase, rather it enter in G0 phase and stay here. So we will discuss about G0 phase, that what is G0 phase and why cells stay in G0 phase. G0 phase is also known as resting state or gap phase. Many cells spend most of their time in this phase after exiting mitosis because they might lack nutrients or because it is not necessary for them to divide. Here we have given the example of nerve cells and heart cells. Nerve cells and heart cells remain in G0 phase because once they reach maturity, they don't divide again. S phase is known as synthesis phase. Cell duplicate its DNA to create daughter cells in S phase. After G1 phase, there is S phase shown here. Then there is G2 phase. G2 phase is also known as gap 2 phase. In gap 2 phase, two things are happening. DNA synthesis completed and microtubules of mitotic spindles produced here. In M phase, division of DNA and cellular proteins into daughter cells takes place. M phase ensures the same number of chromosomes in the daughter cells as the parent cells. We will discuss in the next video about M phase. Average cell cycle is of 24 hours while mitosis takes 30 minutes. So what we have discussed is we already discussed interphase. It comprises of G1, S phase, G2 phase, M phase is for the next. G1 phase, then G0 phase we have discussed, then we have discussed S phase, G2 phase, and in M phase we said that we will separately discussed later on. So thank you so much. I hope you understand our lecture.